Hello guys, good morning. Wednesday, so just got back from a tattoo, full of adrenaline. As you can see, I'm all wrapped up once again. Saniderm wrap, if you don't know. Um, Probably gonna try and keep this on for 2 days, 3 days maybe at most, but most likely won't last that long. It's already a little bit drippy. I'm bleeding pretty good underneath the armpit area. Like I got the back area here done, so it's all blended in now. The black is nice and smooth from the neck to the arm now, and probably just trying to figure out how to pull this up through here without losing cohesion. Sorry, a little bit full of adrenaline right now. You get your whole shoulder blade done and some of the back of your neck and stuff done. You tend to be full of adrenaline. So, still trying to figure out how to do this. Me and my artist were talking about how we're gonna do kind of blending all of this in without making it so that there's no shape there. Because if we just black out those roses, then the stars have to go to, as I've talked about in previous videos. So that's going to take a little bit of doing. But yeah, I'm loving how this is all gelling together now. There's no broken up patch anymore because there was a bit of red here from the rose on this side. See, I've still got here. It doesn't look quite as jarring on the left side because, the right side, because there is a continuous stream of black here already where there wasn't before here. So that was a nice thing to do this morning. Took about, I'd say we were at it for about an hour and a half today, but a lot of work done in that amount of time. My artist is fairly fast and a bit heavy-handed, but in a good way. Like, he doesn't spend an undue amount of time in one area. So some artists will, they'll be picking away at an area for a little too long, I find. Sometimes if you're with an artist that doesn't quite know your skin so well. My skin it can take the ink really well, but if you're there for too long, you start losing some of the work that you're doing. Won't stay. The ink will spit out. So it gets a little overworked. Sorry, I'm a little drippy. Another interesting thing that happened this morning for the first time was YouTube censored one of my videos. I didn't think that anybody was really watching a lot of my videos yet, so I didn't think that it would be a point of contention, but apparently my 20-second nipple tattoo video was censored. It was put on an age restriction, 18 plus or something. I'm like, well, I guess I've made it. Me and my 55 subscribers. Not that I'm upset about the fact, because I've just started doing YouTube. But me and my 55 subscribers, and I think my biggest video's got 140 views right now. Someone has flagged my nipple tattoo video as inappropriate. I find very, very silly. But whatever. I'm the kind of person that thinks that, even if it was a female nipple tattoo, I don't think that that's inappropriate. I think that's art. I think that should be classed differently. But I don't think that that's sexually explicit in any way. So, again, I'm not trying to get rich on YouTube. I don't give a crap if my videos are ever monetized. I'm not even trying to get rich on my Instagram, which is, 28,000 views, or 28,000 followers. Some people are trying to butter their bread off of this stuff, and I'm doing it strictly as art. This is my journey. My Instagram is largely a documentation of my journey, and I'll post things that will lose me followers, and I'll post things that will gain me followers. It's not just a strategy to win followers or views. I think that's where some people struggle. Like, I know I have a lot of Instagram friends now that are strictly Instagram friends, where I'll watch them. They're just trying to win Instagram. I think that has a short shelf life, and what I'm doing is since it's more about the art, since it's more about the process and the experience and just loving tattoos and and piercings and stuff, and modification and sharing that with the world. I think that has a longer life than taking pictures and just trying to sell products, and never upsetting anyone, trying not to upset any of my followers. What I do is honest. So I'll post pictures of my wife. I'll post pictures of me and my son, I'll talk about that stuff, where some guys and some girls won't do that because couples photos won't go over so well for some reason. People don't like to see that, and that's fine. I'll take those risks. Some people won't. I respect that. But I'm not just trying to sell t-shirts. If I do try and sell t-shirts sometimes, it's not the bulk of what I'm doing. I'm documenting a life journey, and people seem to enjoy that. And those who don't can go. Much like the nipple tattoo thing, right? That's gotten flagged. I can't imagine how many times my back tattoo has gotten me flagged on Instagram, for example. I hadn't even thought about it until just the other day, but my back tattoo on its own has never really gone viral. It's gotten well received. Like, I am not complaining. People seem to love it. It's just, I can't imagine how many times people will report my back tattoo as inappropriate or flag it as inappropriate because it has a naked woman on it. And within that naked woman, there are breasts and nipples and even the shadowing of a vagina. I'm sure Instagram doesn't like that image. I'm sure if I was to do a video where I talked backwards on here, like if I talked on camera with my back tattoo visual, and me just talking like I am now, I'm almost positive that someone out there would flag that. And I find that hilarious. I don't go, oh no, my video has been flagged. Oh, I better not show that anymore. No, I might show it twice as much. It's just that it's a little bit funny to talk backwards. Like, it would be funny for me to do a video where I wasn't facing the camera the whole time. However, if I end up getting more work done on my back, or say I get some work done on my butt, I will be showing that off. I don't really care how YouTube classifies that. I'm not trying to be a YouTube sensation. And if I did become a YouTube sensation, I would still do those things because I have a day job. And I don't need to worry about this being monetized. I make good money, and I'm not trying to change my revenue source to YouTube money. Like, that's not going to pay my mortgage anytime soon. I would have to be making big bucks on YouTube to pay my mortgage with it. Similar with Instagram. If it becomes monetized in a serious way, it will be subsidized to my main income. So some people, like I said, are trying to make their mint on Instagram pictures and selling products on Instagram. And hats off to them. I think they're probably working too hard to do that. Because I know what you make on it, and it's not much. I've made a little bit, and it's not much. If you're selling 15 products in one photo, well, I guess it could stack up eventually. But, I mean, just get a day job. Keep your Instagram, your YouTube, whatever. You can make a little bit of money on it maybe, but don't try and purely live that way. I don't think that there's a long life in that, unless you're trying to become like a real celebrity. And that's probably harder than people would think. Things that I have entertained the idea of doing, though, is like I really think that there's room for like a tattoo podcast or like a mod podcast where one modded person talks to another modded person about their journey, or say maybe I had a different person every show, and every now and then there wouldn't be a new guest, so maybe you'd just be talking to the same person again, or I think it would be really hard to organize at first. I actually find it a little odd that there isn't a big one already. Like, I listen to lots of podcasts myself, and there's lots of great conversations, but there haven't been many great conversations about the modification world, tattoos, piercings, and why people do it. Because each person has a different story, right? My story won't be the same as another person's story. There's almost no chance. There's all kinds of reasons why people do this stuff, and they're all different. Like, my story is unique to me, but that's not to say that I'm a special person or unique, and there won't be another person that's that similar things. Like, but there are individual reasons why I have the imagery that I have versus the reasons why someone else would have the imagery they have, right? And I think that would make for interesting conversations. And I think that people would really enjoy that too. I just think it's strange that we haven't done that yet. So I think that there's room for that. And not even because, oh, there's money to be made there. No, just because I think that's fucking interesting. That is very interesting. There I am swearing. I'll probably be flagged for that. Go ahead, by the way, if you find it inappropriate that I've sworn, or that I'm topless right now, or that there might be a bit of blood in my videos, I find it honest. I want to be honest. I always want my communication with people to be real. I don't want to be, hey guys, we're going to have a great time today, because that's not what I'm selling here. That's not what I'm pitching. So if people are watching me and they're wanting that style of video from me, or that style of post from me on Instagram, that's never going to be me. I'm always going to be trying to have dialogue. The reason why I really want to do these YouTube videos is because it's long form, or longer form than Instagram is. I've got, whatever amount of caption to write a little bit of a story on Instagram, and it's up in the air as to whether anyone's gonna read it all. I mean, I'm not expecting everyone to listen to this entire rant or any of my other entire rants. I'm a little long-winded, but I think that will work well for a podcast style format. Moving into that territory might be tricky. I was talking about that with my tattoo artist today. I mean, what do I want to do with my following on Instagram one day? Do I want to do anything with it? I mean, right now I'm just posting pictures, but I could build into something more with that platform potentially. What would that look like? Well, maybe that would be podcasts, because I do love podcasts. I find them educational, interesting, and you can really get deep into a topic. And I'm a deep thinker. I'm a deep talker, and I think long form is the way to go to elaborate on something. How much can you talk about why you do a thing in 5 minutes? How much can you talk about why you do a thing in 100 character caption, And how much are people wanting to read on a post on Instagram? Not much, generally, has been my understanding, sadly. I'd love for the attention span to be more, but I get it myself, because sometimes when you're scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, you don't just want to slow down and read everything. You want to keep scrolling. It's a weird thing that you do, scrolling culture, I call it. I've referenced it a number of times. I think it's a new culture. It's scrolling culture. It's making our attention span shorter, sadly, but it is what it is, right? Anyway, I'm rambling now. So anyway, let's get into some of how this tattoo is going to heal. Pain-wise, I don't find this shoulder region to be very bad. Again, I don't like the squishier parts, like inside the clavicles and stuff. We did touch up a bit of my neck, because anytime you're getting heavy black work, there's going to be patches where it doesn't take quite as well, or the red in my case, or any color you're covering will show through a little, so you're going to have to skim it. So we did a bit of skimming. Not all of the skimming we're going to need to do. We're going to need to skim through the entire throat, and some on this side too, and some on the back, to get it all one texture, one black, because some of it's darker than others parts of it. But yeah, so the shoulder blade region will heal really, really easy. It's going to probably bruise, might swell a little, but not too much. The bruising will be substantial, I imagine, and there's probably going to be some stiffness, like when I got my the back of my neck connecting the front of my neck. It's going to be similar, like I'm going to be kind of Frankenstein-like, kind of rotating the whole body to move again for a while. And again, obviously not sleeping on this side for a night or two. But it'll be a really easy heal, It's not like the harder heals are your hands and your feet and areas that you use a lot. I find the hands are the hardest for me to heal. And oddly enough, the front of my hands are harder than the palm to heal for me. For whatever reason, the palm was actually not that hard to heal, which was counter to what I expected. Anyway, I'll probably do another video here when this is healed up. And hopefully I'll have some new mod stuff to talk about. I do have some things coming, but they're still not here yet. That's the thing about Canada Post. It's very slow lately. Like, it's my packages. I have 3 of them coming. All new piercing related stuff. All should have been here by now and aren't. So I keep waiting, checking the mail 3 times a day, making sure. I'm like a kid on Christmas waiting for some of these things to come. So hopefully soon I'll have more to talk about on that front. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video or videos like them, be sure and share them with your friends and whatnot. And follow me on Instagram at ephemeralremy. And have a great day.